The Vietnam War, a conflict so deeply ingrained in the fabric of the 20th century that even now, decades later, its echoes continue to resonate. From 1955 to 1975, the skies over Vietnam became a crucible of aerial combat, a technological and strategic battleground. Both the United States and North Vietnam committed themselves to the unforgiving theater of the sky, deploying a diverse and deadly array of fighter jets. Each aircraft played a crucial role in shaping the war's outcome. We're about to delve into the tumultuous skies above Vietnam, exploring the stories of 5 iconic fighter jets that defined an era. These weren't just machines of war, they were extensions of the pilots who flew them, testaments to their courage, skill, and sacrifice. Imagine, if you will, the early 1960s. The Cold War is at its most frigid, a time of paranoia and proxy conflicts. In the realm of military aviation, a new breed of combat aircraft was emerging. Supersonic jets capable of delivering devastating firepower. Among them, the F-4 Phantom II stood out, a machine that would become synonymous with American air power in Vietnam. The brainchild of McDonnell Douglas, the F-4 Phantom II was a beast. We're talking a tandem 2-seat twin-engine behemoth designed for all-weather combat. This was a jet built for speed and power, capable of reaching Mach 2, twice the speed of sound. But the Phantom wasn't just about speed, it was about versatility. This was no one-trick pony. The F-4 was designed to excel in multiple roles. Air superiority was its bread and butter, but it could also dish out punishment as a fighter bomber. It was armed to the teeth with a deadly combination of air-to-air missiles, air-to-ground missiles, and a hefty bomb load. In the skies over Vietnam, the F-4 Phantom II was a force to be reckoned with. The Phantom's legacy represents a pivotal chapter in the evolution of air combat, a time when technology began to redefine the rules of engagement. The Phantom's story is about the men who flew it, the missions they undertook, and the impact it had on the course of the Vietnam War. While the United States had the F-4 Phantom, North Vietnam had an ace up its sleeve, the Mikoyan-Gurevich MiG-21. This wasn't some lumbering behemoth like the Phantom, it was a lightweight single-engine supersonic fighter jet designed to be nimble and deadly. Think of it as a fencing foil compared to the Phantom's broadsword. The MiG-21 was all about speed and maneuverability, built to dance around its heavier adversaries. It first took to the skies in the late 1950s, a product of Soviet ingenuity at the height of the Cold War. Its design was deceptively simple, yet remarkably effective. The MiG-21 was cheap to produce, easy to maintain, and could be churned out in vast numbers. For North Vietnam, facing a technologically superior opponent, the MiG-21 was a game-changer. The MiG-21's agility allowed it to dictate the terms of engagement, drawing American pilots into close-range dogfights where its maneuverability gave it a distinct advantage. The duels between MiG-21S and F-4S became the stuff of legend, clashes of ideology and technology that captured the imagination of the world. The MiG-21 might not have always emerged victorious, but it earned the respect of its adversaries. It became one of the most widely produced supersonic jets in history, seeing service in dozens of countries around the world. Its legacy is a testament to the enduring appeal of simplicity and effectiveness in military design. Let's talk about the Republic F-105 Thunderchief, a jet that earned a nickname that hinted at its raw power and the fear it instilled in its enemies. The Thud. This was a brute of an aircraft, a supersonic fighter bomber designed to deliver massive payloads with devastating accuracy. The F-105 was a product of the early 1950s, a time when the United States believed that the next major conflict would be fought with nuclear weapons. The Thud was designed to penetrate enemy airspace at high speed, deliver its nuclear payload, and get the hell out of Dodge. When the Vietnam War escalated, the F-105 found itself thrust into the thick of the action. But instead of delivering nuclear payloads, it was dropping conventional bombs, tons and tons of them. In fact, the F-105 could carry more bombs than some of the heavy bombers of World War II. The Thud quickly became the workhorse of the U.S. Air Force in Vietnam, flying a staggering number of missions against targets in both North and South Vietnam. Flying the F-105 was not for the faint of heart. This was a demanding aircraft to fly, unforgiving of mistakes. Yet, the pilots who flew the Thud did so with courage and skill, braving enemy fire and the ever-present dangers of flying in a combat zone. The F-105 Thunderchief's legacy is one of brute force, resilience, and the unwavering dedication of the men who flew it. It was a symbol of American air power during a tumultuous period in history. Now picture this, a tiny terror ripping through the skies, a David amongst Goliaths. That, my friends, was the Douglas A-4 Skyhawk, a single-engine attack aircraft that packed a punch far exceeding its diminutive size. This wasn't some lumbering bomber. The Skyhawk was a nimble, adaptable fighter, designed for one purpose, to deliver destruction with surgical precision. Don't let its size fool you. The A-4 Skyhawk was a combat veteran, seeing action in multiple conflicts from Vietnam to the Falklands War. It was a favorite of the U.S. Navy and Marine Corps, thanks in part to its ability to operate from aircraft carriers, a critical advantage in the vast expanse of the Pacific. Imagine this, the deck of an aircraft carrier, the roar of jet engines, and the salty spray of the ocean. The Skyhawk, small enough to be maneuvered into tight spaces, launches itself into the air, ready to bring the fight to the enemy. The Skyhawk was designed to be simple and reliable, easy to maintain and operate under austere conditions. It could carry a surprising amount of ordnance for its size, everything from bombs and rockets to napalm and cluster munitions. In Vietnam, the Skyhawk proved its worth time and again. It flew close air support missions, providing vital cover for ground troops. The A-4 Skyhawk might have been small, but it was a giant killer. Its legacy is one of courage, adaptability, and the enduring power of a well-designed machine in the hands of a skilled pilot. In the annals of military aviation, some aircraft earned nicknames that echo through history. The Vought F-8 Crusader, a supersonic jet fighter employed by the U.S. Navy and Marine Corps during the Vietnam War, earned the moniker, the last of the gunfighters. And for good reason. Picture this, the dawn of the jet age, when missiles were touted as the future of air combat. Yet, amidst this technological revolution, the F-8 Crusader clung to a more traditional weapon: cannons. 4 20mm cannons to be exact, capable of unleashing a hailstorm of lead and high explosives. The Crusader was a product of the 1950s, a time when speed and firepower were considered the ultimate measures of a fighter jet. It was designed to be fast, exceeding Mach 1.7 in level flight, and heavily armed, capable of tearing apart enemy aircraft with its guns or a complement of missiles. The F-8 was a pilot's aircraft. It was known for its exceptional handling and its ability to outmaneuver many of its contemporaries. In the hands of a skilled pilot, the Crusader was a force to be reckoned with. When the Vietnam War erupted, the F-8 Crusader found itself on the front lines. The Crusader's guns proved to be incredibly effective in the close-range dogfights that characterized the early years of the Vietnam War. While other jets relied solely on missiles, which were often unreliable, the Crusader could always fall back on its guns. It was a testament to the enduring effectiveness of a well-placed cannon shell. The F-4 Phantom, the MiG-21, the F-105 Thunderchief, the A-4 Skyhawk, the F-8 Crusader, these 5 fighter jets, each unique in design and purpose, stand as enduring symbols of the Vietnam War. They represent the relentless march of technology, the shifting tides of aerial combat, and the human cost of conflict. Their stories, forever intertwined with the narratives of those who flew them, serve as a poignant reminder of the courage, skill, and sacrifice of those who took to the skies above Vietnam. These were more than just machines. They were instruments of war, to be sure, but also testaments to human ingenuity and the enduring allure of flight. As we reflect on the legacy of these iconic aircraft, let us remember the lessons they teach us about the enduring nature of conflict, the rapid pace of technological advancement, and the importance of understanding the past in order to navigate the complexities of the present. These 5 fighter jets symbolize the intense aerial combat of the Vietnam War. Each played a unique role, reflecting the technological advancements and strategic doctrines of their time. Their legacy continues to influence modern aerial warfare and serves as a testament to the bravery of the pilots who flew them. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe for more military aviation content.